Hi all. So now I am currently on a several day adventure in a place called the Wisconsin Dells, which has the nickname of America's largest water park. It's in central Wisconsin. Most people generalize the entire area as the Wisconsin Dells, but it's actually on the corners of the Wisconsin counties of Adams, Columbia, Sauk, and Juneau. People also generalize several towns as the Wisconsin Dells if you're not really familiar with the area. But those Wisconsin cities are Baraboo, Lake Delton, and the actual city of the Wisconsin Dells. The city of Wisconsin Dells itself is basically a whole city of water parks like Mount Olympus and Noah's Ark. But there's also a ton of other cool things to do in the Wisconsin Dells, like arcades, nature walks, fishing, mini golf, roller coasters, antique stores, petting zoos, countless restaurants, many resorts, hotels and motels, museums, retail stores, and more. I know there's many people that gave me countless ideas of awesome places that I should check out, including some really delicious food from what I can tell, that I heard about from all the comments that I saw on Facebook when I asked what cool places I should check out in the area. But the Wisconsin Dells is really just so massive that I'm sorry to a lot of you, but on this particular trip here, I won't be able to get to everyone, but I promise I'll at least be back soon, several times throughout the summer and this fall. And I'll get more videos to check out the other businesses that asked me to come and do some YouTube videos for them, but I just can't get to everyone on this trip. But I will be back for you at some point before winter starts hitting, and check out more of your places, and especially hit some of those restaurants where your menus just sound absolutely amazing. But anyways, to start off, I'm currently in the city of Baraboo, Wisconsin, which is just south of the Wisconsin Dells itself. And this is where the Ringling Brothers Circus Museum all started way back in the day. They used to have big petting zoos, and there used to be a train and everything like that, but those parts have since, they don't exist anymore, but there's still a circus world museum that we're going to go at least drive by, and I'll show you from the exterior. But what you're looking at right now, like that large tent, and you can kind of make out some of the smaller buildings to the right down the river. But the smaller buildings, I'll show you in a minute when we get over there, but that used to be where the animals were housed back in the day, and I'm not exactly sure what is going on in that tent. I've seen it up here every year, but I just haven't been in it. But I do see people walking around in that area, so it must be at least something you can check out. So now let's at least get to some of the old buildings I'll show you, and the Circus World Museum that we're about to drive past. Okay, here you can kind of see the old Circus World train that used to come through all the cities with the animals. Let's see if I can, there we go. That's one of the old train cars from the Ringling Brothers Circus train. Okay, traffic is kind of hectic right now, so I have to make this brief, but here is the Circus World Museum. That is in Baraboo, Wisconsin. But summertime, like right now, it's July, and traffic is absolutely chaotic. This whole area turns into a big nutty area during the summer. You get tens and thousands of people and lots of traffic. But so what we're going past now is a lot of the old buildings where they house the animals and things like that way back in the day. All part of the circus. Hi, so now I'm at Asgard Axe Throwing and Arcade. I'm told you can go in here and great food menu, axe throwing, and an 80s style retro arcade center. So let's go inside and check out, see what they actually got. Okay, so I walk into Asgard and immediately I'm taken back. So, and I'm sure everybody remembers Guitar Hero. If you haven't played this, then you haven't really lived. They got pinball, absolutely as we remember them from way back in the day. These things right here were always my nemesis. Oh my god, as soon as I hit those, I was pretty much guaranteed to lose. They got Mortal Kombat. A lot of you have to remember this from the 90s. Okay, anybody remember a game like this from, I think it was the 80s. I think it was on an Atari called like Pong or something like that. This is kind of what it reminds me of. Simpsons. They got the Simpsons. Ah, I wish this game was actually turned on at the moment. Oh, I'd be here for a week. Okay, so now we're in the axe throwing part. Let's see what that's about. Okay, so now we are in Lake Delton, which is just north of Baraboo, south of the Wisconsin Dells. And from what you can kind of see at the top here, it says Lake Delton Catastrophe. This I actually remember happening. So if you can't read it, I'll just read off what's all on the sign here as to what exactly happened here. It says, on the morning of June 9, 2008, after several days of drenching rains, floodwaters overtopped the banks of the Lake Delton and washed away a narrow strip of land separating the lake from the Wisconsin River. Raging waters sent the 267-acre Lake Delton surging into the Wisconsin River and scoured a channel 700 feet long by 370 feet wide and 30 feet deep. In a matter of a few hours, the lake was drained of more than 600 million gallons of water, leaving only muddy flats, portions of the lake shore, and a section of the County Trunk Highway A, which ran atop the narrow strip of land, were swept away. Adjacent homes were also damaged or destroyed. And I've actually seen video of when this happened, and type in Lake Delton catastrophe on YouTube and look for the videos, and yeah, you can actually see houses being swept away down the river as this whole thing happened. Anyways, it continues on to say that Lake Delton was created in 1927 to serve as the centerpiece of Chicago entrepreneur William J. Newman's vacation resort. Newman built a 30-foot-high dam where Dell Creek entered the Wisconsin River, and a 1,000-foot-long earthen dike along the side of the dam was to impound the lake. Since then, Lake Delton has been a popular destination and has played an important role in the area's tourism. In the days following the catastrophe, a temporary diversion channel was installed to redirect Dell Creek from the area, scoured by floodwaters, back toward the lake's dam. In August 2008, work began repairing the breach and reconstructing County Trunk Highway A. The project included filling the breach and reconstructing the roadway with all adequate support base to minimize future overtopping. Lake Delton was refilled and County Trunk Highway A was fully restored by the spring of 2009. The project was a collaborative effort between the Wisconsin Department of Transportation, Wisconsin Department of Natural Resources, Federal Highway Administration, Sauk County, Village of Lake Delton, and the Wisconsin Historical Society. So where I'm at right now is where this actually happened, and I'll give you a better view of what it currently looks like. Okay, this is the opposite side of the road from where it happened. You can kind of see it's just grassy now with bluffs out in the distance, but that's where the water had drained into during the dam breach. Here's something kind of cool. That's one of the area tourist attractions. It's Dell's duck boats. These duck boats are amphibious. You can see that it's about to drive onto the land. And of course now it's heavy traffic. Okay, so there's the duck boat going across the road, and then it went back down away from the lake. It just came off of this, which is Lake Delton, and that's the one that drained during that catastrophe I was telling you about. So this whole thing was actually just mud, and right here crossing this road is where it all washed out, and there were literally whole houses that were swept away down right here. But those duck boats that I just mentioned, you can actually book a tour on those, and you can go over Lake Delton, and they take you through all these bluff areas where you can see the river down there, and it runs through a whole cool area of bluffs, and you get a whole tour of the area on one of those boats, duck boats that you just saw. Now, I don't actually know the history on them, but I believe they may have been used in the military back in the day as an amphibious vehicle, but I'm not 100% sure on their previous military usage or not. Okay, what we're approaching right here now is the main drag called Wisconsin Dells Parkway. It's most of the attractions are up and down this road. This thing right here with all the Transformers statues in the front, and the upside down building which looks like the White House is called Top Secret. You can go in there, and I tell you what's all in there, but it's a secret, so you'll just have to go there and check it out for yourself. So this is the main drag called Wisconsin Dells Parkway. There's a whole bunch of stuff you're about to see that's really cool. Like I said, this is a whole city of different amusement things to check out. All right, now on the right, we just went past Wildlife Park. And I actually turned the wrong way. This is approaching the end of this portion of the strip, so I'm actually going to turn back around and show you more of the other stuff. Okay, so now we're going past a resort called Mount Olympus, and as you can see, there's a roller coaster right along the edge of the road. And told they have a new ride or water slide in there. I forget what it's called, but it's supposed to be like 145 feet tall or something. But here you can see they have a giant Trojan horse along the side of the road, and whenever I see that here, that's just my sign that, okay, I know I'm in the Dells when I see that. And it has the roller coaster runs right through it. And up here is those duck boats that I just showed you in that previous video. This is the business where they all originate. I'm sorry, where you go to book your ride and start the ride. As you can see right there, as I turn in, they have a go-kart place at this Ride the Ducks boat tour. So you can do a little go-karting while you're waiting for your ride to be ready. Here's a bunch of their boats that are waiting for people to book rides on them. There's actually another one right next to me, so I'll give you a closer view of them. There's one. Yeah, you can see it's literally got tires underneath, so it drives on the road just like anything else. Here's the backside of one of those ducks that I was just telling you about, and it's, yeah, literally just a propeller and amphibious vehicle. But I have ridden on these before, and I can tell you it's actually a very cool and scenic and educational ride. I definitely recommend it. And as I sit here, I just realized that the 140 foot whatever it is, I forget the exact footage, but that tall spiral thing is the new water slide that I was telling you about, and that is at Mount Olympus Water Park, which is this whole area that we just went past. Okay, going the opposite direction, I'll back past Mount Olympus again, and on the right you're gonna see something crazy. I never quite figured out what it does or what's on the inside, but it's a giant water slide from what I gather at Mount Olympus Water Park in Wisconsin Dells, and you can see that whole thing is spinning. So I don't know if that water slide spins while you're in it or what, but I'm definitely intrigued by it. I don't know if I have the guts to try that or not. So right here you can see it's the Rick Wilcox Magic Theater. No, they have the website that'll tell you about tickets and hours and stuff like that, but there's quite a long, I think 20 plus history with this place. They're not open right now, so I can't get in there to check it out, but this is right across the street from Mount Olympus in the Wisconsin Dells, and from what I've read on the website, it sounds like a pretty amazing magic show that it'd be definitely worth checking out. Well, right here on the left is Noah's Ark, and I believe this one might be the specific water park that has the nickname America's largest water park, as opposed to the whole city itself, but I could be mistaken. So if any of you have information that can say otherwise, let me know in the comments below. But yes, Noah's Ark is one of the other big attractions here, water attractions that is. And Here is Big Chief Go-karts. It's a second go-kart attraction along Wisconsin Dells Parkway as well. And I've heard legends that this place we're approaching right now is pretty awesome. Burgers, tacos, ice cream, wings. It's called the Grateful Shed. GRATEFULSHED. But yeah, from what I understand, it's an old car mechanics shop that has been revamped into a bar and restaurant, both indoor and outdoor seating. There you go, just so you can get a better view of it from the front. Okay, now we're at the Tommy Bartlett Exploratory. I was here once, maybe, I don't know, 10 years ago or something like that. It's a lot of very science, hands-on, family-friendly kind of experience. I definitely recommend it. It's very cool. Not sure if they still have it or not. I thought it was out front last I saw, but there was this, I don't know, gyro thing that you stand in, then your hands and arms are outstretched and it spins you around in 100 different directions. So if you get dizzy easily, I don't recommend it, but oh boy, is it a lot of fun. Yeah, this is, I could be wrong, but I thought I remembered it being right out front here somewhere, but I don't see it. So they could either have moved it, or I could just be totally wrong. I'm not exactly sure. Okay, so now we're on the south end of the Wisconsin Dells, entering Baraboo, and we are on Wisconsin Dells Parkway South now. On the left is the wilderness resort that you can stay at. And yeah, I did see a comment on a Facebook group where I asked about new attractions since I was here last. And a lot of people gave me great ideas. Like I said earlier, I can't get to them all on this trip, but I will soon enough. But this one, maybe they're open right now, but I got something going on in a few minutes, so I can't go in here to eat right now. But the Sneaky Pete's Wild West Dinner Show, if I understand correctly, it's supposed to be like a Wild West theme, and there's some sort of comedy show, if I understand correctly, that you can watch while you eat. So I am going to get to this at some point, just to go in there and hopefully do a YouTube video when I'm inside so you can see what I'm talking about. But at this point, I don't have too much information since I haven't been there yet, but I'm definitely going to check that out as well. And as for this area, if you go south from here on Wisconsin Dells Parkway, it's you're kind of nearing the end where it turns into a rural area, but from this point south, it's more the restaurants. There's a couple hotels, but yeah, just in the area of the wilderness resort. Now you're starting to get into more of the restaurant area, but don't get me wrong, there's a lot of restaurants throughout the Dells, north and south of here, but attraction wise, most of the attractions are further in the northern area from here. Well, except in Lake Delton, there is a lot of things to do too, like resorts, lake activities on Lake Delton. But that's it for this particular clip. But make sure you hit like and subscribe to my channel, and then you'll get notifications when I do more updates from the Dells as I come back here. Take care.